The White House Correspondents Association has been known for decades for their famous dinner, but they are also known for their scholarships and philanthropy for young, aspiring journalists. And for one former scholarship recipient, their dreams have already come true. Over 3,100 No Kings protests are projected to occur, and this one here in Washington, D.C. is projected to be larger than the one that occurred last year, with thousands projected to be here crossing the Frederick Douglass Memorial Bridge in Anacostia. For many Black mothers, the experience of giving birth isn't just about welcoming a child, but about navigating a system where they are often unheard. That's why advocates like doulas and midwives are stepping in, working to create safer, more supportive spaces for mothers before, during, and after birth. Reflected on what peace and nonviolence can look like 5 years later. This is Khariss for Newsvision. For many mothers, childbirth is expected to be a moment of joy, but for some Black women, it can quickly become life-threatening.
I was in labor for 3.5 days. I ended up doing epidural, which is something that I didn't want to do. His heart rate, they can't detect it. 6 o'clock, I'm being rushed to the emergency C-section room. And then at 6:16, they said the baby's here.
Alana had a midwife, but not every woman does. According to federal data, Black women are nearly 3 times more likely to die from pregnancy-related causes. For many Black mothers, the experience of giving birth isn't just about welcoming a child, but about navigating a system where they are often unheard. That's why advocates like doulas and midwives are stepping in, working to create safer, more supportive spaces for mothers before, during, and after birth.
A doula is non-clinical support. So we provide emotional support, physical support, and also informational support. In the medical system, if you don't make any requests, you get the lowest level of care.
Advocates say systemic barriers are the cause for this gap.
Racism is built into our healthcare system. And so there's all these layers of systemic oppression and racism that leaves Black women extremely vulnerable.
Doulas and midwives aim to change that by offering continuous, more personalized care.
Continuity of care is seeing the same provider from pregnancy, labor and birth, and after. A doctor only spends 10 minutes with a person. I get to spend an hour, and I get to know whole families.
But access to that care isn't guaranteed, and not all 50 states offer the same level of support for doulas and midwives. Advocates say expanding access and listening to Black women could help save lives. Khariss for HU Newsvision. Inside the White House press corps, access is everything, and one organization has protected that legacy for over 100 years.
We've been around since 1914, a little more than a century. And year in, year out, the main thing we do is advocate for the White House press to be able to do their job, to cover the president, to be there to ask questions.
But beyond protecting access, the White House Correspondents Association is also focused on building the future of journalism.
The White House Correspondents Association Scholarship Program is cultivating the next generation of journalists, and we're looking for people who are inquisitive, who want to dig into the functions of government, and are looking at ways to do impactful storytelling and inform readers and viewers about what the government's doing in their name.
With record-breaking scholarship recipients this year, the WHCA investment is expanding, reaching students across the country and encouraging more young journalists.
So there are 30 scholarship recipients from 16 different universities around the country, and we have increased the scholarship awards this year, and we're hoping to have a big impact on students' choices to study journalism and their ability to stay in journalism in the long term.
The White House Correspondents Association has been known for decades for their famous dinner, but they are also known for their scholarships and philanthropy for young, aspiring journalists. And for one former scholarship recipient, their dreams have already come true.
Just exposure to seeing how the press corps does their job was really awe-inspiring for me and helped me figure out that maybe I could find a place here too.
Courtney Subramanian was named a White House Correspondents Association Scholar in 2011. Today, she's a White House correspondent for Bloomberg News and serves on the WHCA board.
I had a very tangled path to get to where I am, but I know this is where I belong. I would say that it's important that you just keep trying and you'll find you'll find where you're supposed to be.
As a new cohort of WHCA scholars emerges, Subramanian's journey and her words offer a path forward for the next generation. This is Khariss reporting from the White House for HU Newsvision.
Obama